Welcome back, guys, to the Elvis and Jesus movie show. My name is Elvis Garcia.
And I'm Jesus Ramble.
And today we're going to be talking about Logan from Fox. We both just saw it last week. Well, we've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it twice.
We've seen it already twice.
Yeah.
We saw it opening day on Thursday night, the premiere. I saw it again on the Saturday. I mean, I haven't said anything about it yet, but I just said I saw it twice, so you guys already know what I'm going to think about it. And you saw it twice too, right?
Yeah, you just take my word for it. I've seen it twice already, so yeah.
Yeah, so as you can see, the movie was pretty awesome. I was actually thinking about it today. Before I even say anything, this right now is my second favorite superhero movie of all time.
Really? Of all time?
I'm putting it up there.
Wow.
I'm putting it up there.
Wow.
This movie is so, because my number one obviously is The Dark Knight.
Of course, yeah.
Wow. If it's not in your at least top three, come on, I'm worried about you. But this movie, I don't know,
That's
something
crazy.
about, I saw it twice already, and I want to see it again.
You wanted to see it third time with me, and I was like, yeah, I'm like, that's pretty interesting. That's your favorite movie?
And I'm going to see it again tomorrow.
Are you really?
Yeah. I'm actually going to do a double feature tomorrow. I'm going to watch Get Out, and I'm going to watch...
Yeah.
I'm going to watch, what else? Logan, yeah. I'm going to watch Logan again, so... I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I just base it off of... Because I'm not going to base it off of oh my god, it's perfect story, perfect anything.
Yeah.
For me, it's about rewatchability. I saw it twice, and ever since I saw it, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about the scenes. So I'm definitely going to watch it numerous times. But right now, as of today,
Second
it
favorite.
is my second favorite.
Wow, not bad.
Yeah.
It's definitely on my list, too. Top 5 of all-time favorite comic book movies.
It's weird because literally, before this one, it was literally, my favorites were Dark Knight, and then I would say Civil War, Guardians, the first Iron Man, but now it's
The Winter Soldier.
I never, none of the X-Men movies, Fox movies, were in my top 10, except for Deadpool. And this one just joined Deadpool, but it's literally the second, so it's...
Yeah, it's definitely a very good movie. Definitely not only action-packed, but great storytelling. That's what I definitely want from a movie.
It took its time. It definitely, for me, felt... I think I told you this already. It had a Hell or High Water feel.
It had a Western vibe to it.
Yeah. And last year, of course, my favorite movie of the year was Hell or High Water.
Yeah. And another thing was it definitely took some notes from Old Man Logan.
Of course.
It wasn't complete, rehash, but it definitely took notes from Old Man Logan. It definitely took notes from The Death of Wolverine.
Yeah.
And Enemy of the State.
So
all
many.
Great, yeah.
This was the type of comic book movie that Batman v Superman was trying to be.
Exactly.
It tried to fit in so many storylines, but failed.
Exactly.
And it was even longer. Because this movie is not short. We can put that right out there. This movie was 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Which for me, I could have watched 30 more minutes of it.
Yeah,
it could have kept going for 30 minutes, and I would have watched it. I would have loved it. I was just eating it up.
Another thing that I wanted to watch more too was more of a X-23, Wolverine's daughter.
And I thought she was going to be my least favorite part of the movie.
I thought so too.
I thought she was just going to be fall flat for me. I was like, okay, let's see. I'm I just want to see Hugh Jackman. I want to see Wolverine. Yeah. But then I left the movie. I would thinking to myself, I would actually watch a sequel to this. I would watch X-23 movie.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say the same thing.
We forgot to say it, but spoilers, obviously.
Oh yeah, we will be heading into spoiler territory. So yeah. Should we head in there now?
I think we're good now.
All right, so guys, spoiler territory.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen the movie, pause now and go watch the movie about 15 times.
Sorry. If it's already a week late. If you haven't seen the movie yet, you're not going to watch it.
You've been under a rock.
You're not going to watch it.
You've been living in a pineapple under the sea.
Yeah,
obviously.
So,
so do
we can talk about some positives.
Absolutely.
Or do you want to start with the negatives?
Let's start with positive first.
Yeah, because I literally have very few negatives.
Yeah, I have a few negatives too.
Yeah. So positives, what's positive for you?
For me was pretty much the opening of the movie.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
Not even 5 minutes into the movie. Mm-hmm. He's sleeping in his car, and all of a sudden these cholos are trying to jack his wheels and all that stuff, and he wakes up.
So great. Oh
my. And that scene where he's getting his ass kicked pretty much by the cholos and all that stuff, and he's on the ground getting kicked, and then all of a sudden he just goes into rage mode. He's just he's like, fuck it. Mm-hmm. The claws come out. He just starts slicing and dicing,
and he starts missing at first.
Yeah,
it looks like he's drunk or something. He's just missing. He's just swinging his arms.
Yeah, you can tell he's a battered man in this movie, and that pretty much set the tone for the whole movie.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that.
I literally got so hyped when that scene happened.
It literally started off with a bang.
And he's doing a 1-2 punch combo multiple times in this one guy's stomach, and with his claws out and everything, blood's coming out, and dude, this is what I wanted.
Literally. Oh man, when I saw that, I was literally I was like a kid in a candy store. Like I was
a rated R candy store.
Yeah, I was eating it up. I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't. But because the bad thing is, I kind of, you know how the internet is. I heard something about the first 5 minutes of it, that it started off great, but I didn't read into it too much.
Exactly.
I didn't want to know exactly what he did to them or where it happened. But I was literally about to say that the first 5 minutes tells you what this movie is going to be about.
Exactly.
It tells you right away. Look, this guy is beaten down. He's tired of getting like the shaft pretty much by life.
He's tired of all the BS pretty much.
He's even said it. He's a survivor.
Yeah.
And you could see it shows. This guy, like, that for me was when I first saw those 5 minutes, I was like, I thought to myself, I'm like, I'm going to love this movie. I just knew it already. Because I was like, first of all, the score of the...
it was pretty good.
Not the score, I'm not talking about the music, but I'm talking about the score of like Rotten Tomatoes. It was already like, what, 95% by the time we went to see it?
Yeah, by the time we saw it, it was around 95.
Yeah,
I think
95.
I think it's around 92 right now.
93, so, I think it was.
I mean, it's still good.
That's amazing.
Exactly. You know, you can still watch it.
93% of Rotten Tomato users gave it a positive. Come on, that's really good right there.
But yeah, that scene really worked well for me. And then
I just love when he was on the floor, when he got beaten down and they were just beating the crap out of him, and he was just like, I'm tired of this. Like he even told them, he's like, you don't want to do this, guys. And he just pops the claws again, and that's when you're like, okay, this is Wolverine.
Yeah, and
like,
he was just like, fuck it.
Yeah, and it's funny because it was funny because he took a shot for the car. That's how much he like didn't care that much. He was like, "No, not the car." And he like literally jumped in front of the car to catch a bullet in his shoulder.
Yeah, that part was awesome. He just took bullets for the car.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, this movie right there, I knew it was going to be right away.
And then another thing that I liked was that you can tell that he's not the same Wolverine from the previous movies. No. That his healing factor is not as reactive.
Looks like it's not. He's not healing as fast.
Exactly.
And it looks like the adamantium is poisoning him.
And throughout the movie, you're wondering
he's just
what's
getting
killing
worse
him.
And worse.
Yeah, you're wondering what's making him weaker and all that stuff. And then they say, you know, it's the adamantium.
The adamantium. Yeah.
And so that's pretty much weakening his body and slowing down his healing factor.
Yeah.
And you can tell his claws barely come out now. And in that one scene where he had to
pull it out.
Yeah, he had to pretty much pull it out himself. And
that was, oh man, I love that part.
Yeah. What's another thing that you liked about the movie?
Oh, I think right away, Boyd Holbrook.
Yes.
He really impressed me. I thought he was going to be a throwaway character, but that guy, he made me hate him. Like, that's how I knew he was a great actor.
He had charisma too.
Yeah, he had charisma. Yeah. He was like, that smug like smile that he had with that fake tooth that he had. Yeah. Oh man. So like right away you see him, like, it just starts off with a bang. You're just like, okay, the villain's good, because a lot of these superhero movies, a lot of the villains fall short just because a lot of the movies, you want to see the hero win. And then one of the best parts about this movie is that you see Wolverine, unlike any other X-Men movie, that he has a healing factor. He can take anything, and you'll know he'll get back up. And this movie, you just see him battered. Like, I don't think in the entire movie he walks without a limp. The entire movie,
that's true.
He's just walking, like limping. Like, you could tell he's in pain, and I'll give that a plus on Hugh Jackman as an actor.
Yeah,
come on, that's hard to make it look like you're like sick.
That's true. When you can tell when he was fighting in the scenes, he was fighting and all that stuff and taking bullets and all that stuff, you can tell like he did really well in acting like it hurt and all that stuff, because it almost made you like feel like, damn, like this guy's getting hit and he's
made you feel bad for him. Yeah, which is like a first, because you're like, usually you're like, I feel bad for the guys that he's gonna kick their asses, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But then this one, it's like the other way around. You're like, come on, man, like you're rooting for him, which is like weird.
But but what you're saying about Boyd Holbrook, I thought he was a really, I thought he was a compelling villain for the movie.
Yeah, he was.
He played the leader of the Reavers and all that stuff, and
he wasn't even the main villain too.
Yeah, that's The main villain didn't get introduced until like the third act
midway through the movie.
Yeah,
It was Stryker's dad.
Yeah.
Stryker's son.
Colonel Stryker's son.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. So I thought he was really great. And like you said, he had that walk, that talk, that little twang.
That
and all
Kentucky
that
walk
that
you've been saying about.
He was also in Narcos, and
I haven't watched Narcos, but
it's a really good show. I
might go back to watch it just because of this guy.
Yeah, he's really good in it.
But
I thought he was a good villain.
What do you think about the rapport between Charles and Wolverine?
I was gonna say that. Yeah, that I really like that.
Yeah,
they made it seem like a father and son relationship.
Yeah, you see it like where they're just like in the entire movie, like they're like, come on, like keep going, because they're trying to get to the Sunseeker, which is a boat that they're gonna buy and they're gonna live on the sea. Yeah, which sounds like paradise.
Yeah, you can tell that was their paradise, which that was their. Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't get to that paradise.
Yeah, but and also Charles Xavier, he's not the same man as he once was either. He has Alzheimer's, CTE.
Yeah.
He
has everything.
Yeah, he has pretty much something that you don't want a telepath to have. Yeah,
that just cause like pretty much time to like slow down. Like it just freezes everybody within like it looked like a mile radius, pretty much. Yeah, and you just see like in the hotel scene, like but in the hotel scene he did it to protect X-23 when they were gonna take her, which I liked.
That made sense.
He was like, you know how he is. He's gonna put his life on the line.
He's supposed to take pills to control it. Yeah, and I know what you're talking about.
And you see that. Wolverine's pretty much like every time like he starts talking about mutants or anything, he's like, Charles, take the pills. Yeah. And then you see that one time he didn't take the pills. Yeah. Because he knew he was going to have to protect himself.
That was a good point, though. I didn't know about that. The casino scene where he didn't take the pill and, he started having a seizure. Yeah. I didn't know about that. He did that to protect X-23.
Yeah, because he knew something was going to happen.
Dude, tell me about that scene, though, where Wolverine's like just clawing his way through upstairs.
I was literally like, both times I saw it. Yeah. And the second time I saw it coming, because obviously I saw the movie the first time. I was literally in my chair, like my palms were sweating, and I was looking at the screen, and I was like, I was tense because it was just like, it's a slow scene. Like you just see him like he's in quicksand, like just trying to get up to the hotel room.
He's trying to get out. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he just how he takes out those couple guards out there.
Yeah, just one by one, just sticking his claws in their heads and all that stuff.
You see everything.
Yeah.
And this movie really does push that rated R, that R rating.
Yeah, absolutely.
It literally pushes it. You see like Wolverine become Wolverine, like that you want to see, like the one from the comics.
The comics,
that you see blood on the wall. You see the claws through guys' heads, like just slicing people, and it's just
limbs are coming off.
Yeah, yeah. It just gets the adrenaline going because you're just like, not only great storytelling, but finally you get to see that Wolverine that we've always wanted.
Yeah, that scene was just awesome, though, where he's in the casino and Charles Xavier's having the little seizure and all that stuff, and he's just pretty much taking the guards out one by one. Yeah. Yeah, that was really nicely done. I like that scene.
Yeah, and obviously this is the last time that we're going to see Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart as their respectable characters. Yeah. Which is kind of sad, but hey, they've done it for so long now. He's been Wolverine for 17 years, and like Charles, like Patrick Stewart has been, I think, about the same amount. Yeah, they both appear about the same time.
They both done it for about 17 years now.
Yeah, so it's not like we can say like, oh, we haven't seen him a lot.
It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet because this is a great movie. It's the first good movie since, in my opinion, X2. Yeah, and it sucks because this is their last movie, and you want more. You just want to see more of them portraying those characters.
But it's nice to know that you can see that they really did put everything they had in this movie. Yeah. They put everything on the table. Yeah. Because they knew it was their last one. But the thing is, Patrick Stewart did great in this movie. Like, I'm telling you, to this day, he's one of the best. He's like the perfect casting I've ever seen for a comic book movie. Come on. He's literally like identical to the comics.
Yeah, he's like Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So he's just...
And Hugh Jackman for Wolverine.
Yeah. He had so many lines. There was that one line that I told you about when he tells Logan, he's pretty much like, I know you, but I don't recognize you. Sometimes. Yeah. Because, like, he's just having the seizures, but then, like, come on, Logan's like, come on, you know who I am. Yeah. But then he's like, yeah, but I don't recognize you. Like, that line right there, just, it always hits home.